Hi everybody, I'm back. It's Brenda Lee with my dowsing and pendulum rod readings. Today we are going to be looking at and for information that has to do with Kellen McElwee. Okay, he disappeared on March 19th, 2008. He was 25 years old at the time. So he would have just turned 43, or would have turned 43, depending on the answers that we receive. He lived in Burnaby BC, Canada, and story has it that he walked out of a restaurant in Langley, BC, and he simply vanished. He had been having dinner with friends and was last seen heading to his car, which was parked nearby. The only clue that the RCMP have is that he has a 2006 Honda Civic, and that was found a few days later. It was parked on the street that was near to where he was living. So now today we're going to do something a little bit different, okay? From our norm. Instead of getting right into the questions straight away, I'm actually going to share with you the vibe cards that I received for Kellen. So I did this when I was looking at what questions I was going to be asking and doing a little bit of my research. Okay, so the first card that I actually got, I should show you the deck here, so you know where these are coming from the vibe deck, okay? So I asked, what was Kellen McElwee's vibe the last few days before he went missing, okay? And it helps if I go turn around. The first card that I got was this one here, okay? The wishful thinking card. All right, so it represents like a second chance, you know, wishful thinking, right? Second chance, okay? And then I asked, what was Kellen's vibe the day that he disappeared? And I got this card, clingy. And it says, old exes, dead relationships, old ways. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. And then, with the same question on what his vibe was the day he disappeared, I also got this card here, family card. Okay, so blood ties, inner circle. All right. Then I asked the question, what is Kellen's vibe today? Okay. And I got the puzzled card. So confused, perplexed, conflicted. Okay. And then I got, same question, what his vibes are today. I got the cutting ties, okay, freedom, standing up, awaken, and I got the distance card. Okay, so divorce, ghosted, separation. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to keep those cards in mind, okay? And then we're going to get into our reading. Just thinking about putting those questions in the back of our mind here as we go through these questions. Okay, I am going to at least start with my dowsing rods. Okay, now if my shoulder happens to get really sore, because I broke my shoulder back in 2020 and only got like 70% mobility with it. So sometimes it gets sore. when I'm doing things, okay? So our beautiful spirit guides, my beautiful spirit guides, are you with me today? It's going to cross for yes and open for no. Thank you so much. I had also asked for Kellen McElwee's spirit guides to come in. Has his spirit guides come in for us today? Great. Thank you so much. Okay. So remember, if you're doing dowsing rods, make sure that your forearms are tightly by, close to your chest, okay? So that you know that any other movement that you're getting with these rods is from the divine. Okay. Is Kellen McElwee alive in physical body on earth today? Is he alive in physical body today? You got a yes. Okay, thank you so much. Very grateful to you all. Was Kellen abducted? It's a very big no. Okay, thank you so much, beautifuls. Thank you. Facing the viewers. Thank you. Was Kellen having dinner with his friends on March 19th, 2009? Was he having dinner with his friends on that day or evening? Do you notice them bouncing? Quite a bit of energy today, so that's good. Thank you. Okay, so we got a yes, that the story about him having dinner with his friends, it's all kosher. Okay. Had any of Kellen's friends followed him to his car on that day when Kellen left? Did any of his friends follow him to his car? No. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Did Kellen have any enemies? Did he have enemies? Okay. Yes, he did. Thank you. Facing the viewers. Thank you so much. Very grateful. Was Kellen in a relationship at the time of his disappearance? Was he in a relationship? Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. I think we finally got what I meant by that. Okay, so that was a no. Had Kellen been in an argument or any confrontation before leaving the restaurant on March 19th, 2008? What do I have 2008 for? Yeah, I believe it was 2008. I might have said 2009 earlier, but I meant 8. Yeah. Had Kellen been in an argument or a confrontation before leaving the restaurant on March 19th, 2008? Had he been in a confrontation? Thank you. Thank you for your energy. No? Okay. Thank you so much. Does any of Kellen's family have any involvement in his disappearance? Does any of Kellen's family have any involvement in his disappearance? No? Oh. Yeah? Okay. Getting a no. Thank you so much. Okay. Does any of his friends have any involvement in his disappearance? Do any of his friends have any involvement in his disappearance? Okay. Yes, okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Did Kellen make it home to his condo the night of March 19th, 08? Did he make it to his condo? Yes, thank you so much. Okay. Was someone waiting for Kellen inside his condo on that evening? Was someone waiting for Kellen? No. Okay, thank you. Gotta turn the page. Sorry for the noise. And if you hear any water noise in the background, that's just because I'm not the only one home today. So it's just kind of to hum that noise out just a little bit. Okay, thank you. Can you please return your connection for me? Beautiful guides. Thank you so much. Okay, had someone shown up to Kellen's condo after he had arrived home? No. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You can return to facing the viewers. Thank you so much. Was someone waiting inside Kellen's vehicle when he came out to the restaurant? Was somebody in Kellen's vehicle waiting for him? Okay, we're getting a no. Okay, thank you so much. Was Kellen met with foul play? No. Okay. Thank you. So apparently there was one person who had kind of sparked the RCMP's interest, RCMP being the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. And this person had been seen walking in the area that night that Kellen disappeared. So I'm going to ask, did this person of interest have any involvement in Kellen's disappearance? No. Okay, thank you. So, from what I had heard, Kellen's payments on his condo were they're quite high, especially for at that time, 2008, and like over the $2,000 mark, I believe. So I'm going to ask if, because of those high payments, thank you, connection back, thank you very much. Had Kellen fallen short in paying his mortgage payments? Oh, by the way, he had bought this condo. Sorry. Had he fallen short on his payments? Okay. So he was having money issues. That was a yes. Does falling short on his payments have anything to do with his disappearance? Even if it's just a small part, does it have anything to do with his disappearance? Getting a yes. Okay. Thank you. Did Kellen disappear on his own accord? Did he disappear on his own? Yes. Okay. Okay. Thinking back now with those cards, those questions that were asked, what his vibe was the last few days before He disappeared, right? Okay. Let me see. Does Kellen's disappearance play a part of a money laundering scheme? So I read a little bit I was doing my research, and I came across this. Does Kellen's disappearance play a part of a money laundering scheme? Yes. Okay. So we got that he is alive. We got that there was no foul play, that he left on his own accord, that obviously he was having some money issues. Okay, and he had been involved in a money laundering scheme. Now, also in my research, apparently Kellen was a center trainer, is what they call him. And before his disappearance, he had been he was being investigated by the Director of Business Practices and Consumer Protection Authority. And after his company, so this was after his company was being investigated for this lottery scam that he was involved in. Okay. So then he was being investigated by the Director of Business Practices and the Consumer Protection Authority. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to ask, is it true that Kellen had been part of a laundry scheme? Is it true? Yes. Okay, thank you so much. Was the issue resolved with Kellen agreeing to pay the 65 plus grand to the government agency? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Facing the viewers. Had Kellen's company engaged in unlawful and deceitful practices? Okay. Thank you. Was Kellen scared of who may come after him as a consequence of his deceitful practices? Was Kellen scared? Yes, okay. Thank you very, very much. Does Kellen's family or any of his family members know where he is at this time? Do any of his family members know where he is? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Facing the viewers. Facing the viewers. Thank you so much. Do any of Kellen's friends know where he is at this time? Okay, thank you. Did any of his friends help him disappear? It's almost a confirmation because I had asked something similar a little earlier. Did any of his friends help Kellen to disappear? No. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Thank you. Is Kellen under a different name today? Is he going under a different name, an alias? Yes. Okay. Turn the page. This is what takes a little bit longer, using the dosing rods, right? Okay. But the connection's beautiful. Sometimes they don't, connect the way you want. So, is Kellen in the Burnaby, Langley, BC area? No. Okay. Thank you. Is Kellen in Canada? Okay. He's in Canada. Okay. All right. Thank you. Kind of going back a little bit. Did Kellen get into a vehicle that was not his own the evening of March 19th, 2008? Did he get into a vehicle that was not his own? Yes? Okay. Good. Thank you so much. Now, had Kellen called for a taxi to pick him up? Was it a taxi cab that picked him up? No. Okay, thank you. Had Kellen called for a Uber to pick him up? Was he picked up by a Uber? Yes. Thank you. Big yes. Thank you so much. Okay. Great information. Did the driver take Kellen to a bus terminal? Did the Uber driver take... No. Okay, thank you. Did the driver take Kellen to an airport? Was he taken to an airport? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now we know a little bit more how he made an escape. Does Kellen's disappearance have anything to do with business? This is just confirmation. Does it have anything to do with business? Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Is Kellen living off-grid? Is Kellen living off-grid? Thought so. Kind of makes sense, right? If you don't want to be found, where do you go? Off-grid. Is Kellen anywhere close to a city or town? Is he close to a city or a town? Is he within 50 kilometers of a city or town? $50 kilometers? No? Okay, so he is, the way what I'm getting is that he can get to a town or city, whatever it is. But it's quite a ways. Is Kellen in contact with his family? Is Kellen in contact with his family? No. Okay. So thinking back to the question that I asked and what his vibe is today, we've got cutting ties, distance, separation. Is Kellen in contact with his friends? Or a friend? No. Okay, thank you. Did Kellen get married? Did Kellen ever get married? No. Okay. Yeah. He is very much a loner now, and has been for all these years. Just remember, he'd be 43 right now. He's 25 when he left. Is Kellen living alone? Is Kellen living alone? Yes. Okay. Time for a page flip. Thank you for your connection. Going on to the next question. Actually, the 47th question. Does Kellen's family believe that he is deceased? Do they believe that Kellen is deceased? Thank you. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to ask this, because we know he was living off grid. Maybe still is. But I'm going to ask this anyway. Did Kellen take his own life? Did Kellen take his own life? Okay, so we got... That's interesting. Let me ask it in a different way and see if we get the same answer, okay? Did Kellen commit suicide? Did Kellen commit suicide? Okay, yeah, so that's a no. Okay, so, you know, it's the spirit world versus our world. Your connection place is way different than ours, right? So they might have taken my question wrong before. Taking his own life, he just mean that he, you know, deserted himself, sort of thing, right? Okay. Is Kellen working? Is he working? No. Okay, thank you. Is Kellen living off the land where he is? Is he living off the land? Have a garden and such? Okay, that's good. Okay. Does Kellen, excuse me, does Kellen ever go into the city or town? Does he ever go to the city or town? He does. Okay. I'm sure he runs out of supplies, so he does that. Okay. Thank you. Probably looks a lot different than he did when he left too, I'd imagine. Probably has a beard down to his knees, maybe. Okay, does Kellen have a vehicle? Did I ask that already? Does Kellen have a vehicle? Is he the owner of a vehicle? Because he was, right? But he, not now. Is he a owner of a vehicle today? No. Okay. All right, but he was an owner of a vehicle. That's why this one on this side, my left, was a little bit hesitant. Does Kellen get rides to and from the town or the city sometimes to get his supplies? Does he get rides? Okay. All right. Thank you. Had the Kellen family cut ties with with Kellen before his disappearance? Had they cut ties with him? Okay. The card, cutting ties. It's a yes. Big yes. Okay. I believe I just have a few more questions here. Okay, believe it or not, I won't be asking that one because the answer is that his family cut ties with him. Does Kellen miss his family? Yeah. Why wouldn't he, right? Will Kellen one day return to his family? Will he one day return to his family? Thank you. It's a big yes. Thank you. Will Kellen one day go to prison for his past decisions? Yeah. Okay. Those are the questions I have. There's quite a few, right? Got like 63 questions, and a couple of them, though, I didn't ask because other questions that had been answered previously, so there was no need to ask. So going back now to these cards, especially, okay, the first ones, right? Like the wishful thinking card, second chance. That's probably what he wanted, because these cards here are what his vibes were the first few days before his disappearance, right? Wishful thinking. He wished that he could get a second chance. That makes sense, doesn't it? Right? Okay, and then we got clingy, old exes, dead relationships, old ways. Yeah. Clinging to his past, clinging to what he knew, who he knew, you know. That's probably had something to do with why he wanted to go, you know, for supper with his friends before he disappeared, you know. He probably felt a little clingy. And family, blood ties, and inner circle. So he was, as we got in the reading, he was ties were cut. Family cut ties with Kellen before he disappeared. And all of the friends and family had been his inner circle. All ties cut. Okay, then we asked what his vibes are today. And we got puzzled, confused, perplexed, conflicted. Yeah, I was thinking, you know, you put yourself in his situation, right? And he's probably pondering the same things every day, day in, day out, right? And he is probably very perplexed and conflicted because he misses his family, right? Like we got that in the reading. So he probably would love to return home. We did get in the reading that he will one day. Maybe he's thinking about that right now. Maybe he figures that after all of this time, he's probably wondering, can I get away with the crimes that I did? You know, but going back to the same area, you know, it's pretty tricky to do that. Distance, divorce, ghosted, separation. Again, separated from all of his friends and his family. He was ghosted. And the card, cutting ties. Right? So yeah, that came in really good. So I'm going to do something special for you guys today. Okay? I hope that you guys really like it. I just got these brand new cards. It's called the Inner Child Oracle. Okay, it's a 44 card deck and guidebook to heal your past and embrace your present. Okay, this is what it looks like. Yeah, I think it's a really nice deck here. I might put my glasses on for this though. Yeah, that's a little bit better. It says the Inner Child Oracle is a powerful tool for seekers of deep healing and spiritual realignment. Each of the 44 cards is infused with the energy and wisdom needed to address past wounds and begin the process of self-renewal. While the guidebook includes exercises and journal prompts to help your healing work, featuring unique messages and beautiful artwork, this deck offers a safe and supportive space to explore and heal your inner child. Let this oracle deck support you on your journey to wholeness and peace. It's nice, eh? Okay. Yesterday I did open it, of course. How can I not? I was so excited when I got it. I noticed the cards were a little bit sticky. So like I've mentioned before, that when it's like that, let's see. Today it's going to be like that. Okay. Some cards got flipped. Yeah, okay. They seem pretty good today. So I think I need to put my thumb thing on, because I put these in a bag yesterday and shook them around with some cornstarch. Works. Really does. Works like a hot damn. See, now they're good. Okay. They are good. Now I got some leftover cornstarch on my desk. Okay. Cornstarch isn't going to hurt anybody, is it? Okay, so my spirit guides of somebody in my viewer, or maybe even not just one, maybe a few of my viewers, maybe for me as well. For those that are viewing the channel here today, can you please offer them a card that is to do with their life today? What they need to do possibly to realign with their inner child, maybe. Thank you. It says, I'm all full of cornstarch. Okay. It says, you know the way. Trust your intuition on this journey. Okay, there's maybe something that you've been thinking about quite a bit. Something you've been pondering of doing, or perhaps something that needs to be said. Maybe you're going to be traveling, as she is, on her big beautiful elk by looks of it. You know the way. Okay, so that might resonate with somebody, and I will read you what the card says about this. It's number 44. Sometimes numbers have something to do with things too, right? Okay. 44, you know the way. In this life, there will be many voices telling you the right way to go. They can be confusing and sometimes contradictory, pointing out all of the intersecting paths that you could take. Just know that this life is yours and yours alone. No one else can tell you the path that is yours to walk, for only you know the way. If you have pulled this card, then know that you are going in the right direction. I'll take this for myself too. In addition, this card can also mean that you might need to listen to your inner voice now regarding a future decision. Take some time to reflect on the voices that you might have been listening to. Something that might be coming to your mind over and over and over again. That inner voice. Is there one that is drowning out your own? Okay? Something that's constantly on your mind. It says inner work exercise. It says set aside some time today to connect with your inner voice and intuition. There are many different ways in which you can do this, and each person will be unique in how they receive their inner guidance. Go somewhere with minimal distractions and begin to reflect upon the question, decision, or choice that is before you. It says, notice how your body feels when you think about each option. Is it tense or relaxed? What do you feel when you think about each option? If you can close your eyes and imagine each scenario playing out in your life, which possible outcomes do you prefer? Think about what it is that you want for your life right now and also for the future. As you go through these exercises, look for what gives you a feeling of peace. Peace is what will help guide you. And it says responsive journaling prompt. How does it feel to listen to your deep inner knowing? Do you feel a sense of empowerment when you trust yourself and your intuition? Very good. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to resonate with different ones differently, right? But you know what? I was just thinking, with that particular card, I've got something that I'd like to show you. Okay, I'll just be 1 second. Okay, I've got this book that I've written and published, Strengthening Our Quality of Life Through Mindfulness. Okay, now just in thinking on this card here, the book that I did, it is also based on, it's on mindfulness, but I've got lots of exercises and practices in this book that would help in getting to know your inner knowing and just really getting to know yourself in a great way. I just want to maybe see, for example, it says, what is motivation? Okay, it says it on here, what is motivation? So it explains everything what motivation is. And as you can tell, I've left plenty of room in my book, throughout my book, so that you can do your own journaling as you go. But it can really help a lot of people. So many different things. Strengthening our quality of life through mindfulness to declutter, right? Because when you declutter, you bring clarity to yourself, right? It can really help. Meaningful relationship with the universe. But I've also got breathing exercises, deep breathing exercises in here. I'm just going to read you this one here. Happy with self. Happiness is the result of peering into the mirror and loving who we see staring back at us. Content with where we stand in life in connection within ourselves, our community, with source of all things. Happiness also stems from being as grateful as the sun that shines upon our planet, that provides the energy we need to grow and survive, that promotes our motivation to inspire, doing so in creating with desire. Yeah. So just, different things like that. I think it could really help a lot of people. Okay. So I'll just give you a quick So you can see I've left room in all the pages so that you can do your own journaling, channeling, just different things. Also, you can use it as a diary. All right. So if you go to my description there, and you might have to click more, I'm not too sure, but you'll see my books there. You will come across this book here. They're all for sale on Amazon. Strengthening Our Quality of Life Through Mindfulness. Okay, so I think I've kept your time long enough. All right, so you guys all have a beautiful day. And I have a reading coming up that's getting posted in a few days. And it's on Missing Summer Moon, Utah Wells, right? I'm sure a lot of you remember her. So I've got an interesting reading coming up. Okay, so watch for it. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.